Joined by GB captain Jonathan Phillips, moments after their defeat by Italy. Jonathan, it's fine margins, aren't they? These sides, you can match them for many periods, then they just turn it on.
Yeah, you know, they're good teams. We know that. We know they've always got that extra level they can give. You know, I thought we played really well for the first two periods, and you know they got a lucky power play goal, and it just kind of floated in, and you know it's 2-1 going into the third, and then I don't know, we just kind of switched off for a bit, and before we knew it, it was 4-1 and then 5-1. So, I mean, you know, I think as a team we've got to play for 60 minutes, and I think the last three games there's been these little spells of 5-10 minutes where we switched off, and you know we just can't do that. They score too quick. Before you know, they've scored 2 or 3 goals, and you know the game is done. So
I think probably this game was the first time where you might look back and say individual mistakes and sort of lack of communication cost the side, and that's a little disappointing.
Yeah, it is, and you know we're all disappointed. We didn't like the way we ended that game, and there's nothing we can do about it now. We just got to pick ourselves up, and we've got to practice tomorrow. So we're gonna work on that, and then head in for that next game against Japan.
Nice if someone start drilling while we're talking. But Jono, there's still things that you can take heart from it. You know, people back home should be heartened by the fact that these nations, Italy are the top-ranked team in the competition, 5 places higher than GB. And at 2-1 at the end of the second, you were more than in it.
Yeah, we were, and you know that's why we're so disappointed. I don't think the game should have gone the way it went. And it just comes down to ourselves. We can't turn off like that. In these little spells and let them get ahead by too many goals. We're never going to get back in it like that. And we really got to come to play and for every single minute and every single shift.
You're an experienced pro, you're one of the main leaders on the team. Is it your job now to make sure no one lets their heads drop, because you've got 2 massive games coming up?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that falls on me, and I'm not going to let anyone be negative, and I don't think we're going to be. We're just we'll feel disappointed for the next couple hours, and then we'll start focusing in on the next couple of days.
The thing is, it won't happen, because you can tell anyone that comes close to this group, sees what a close-knit group you are. You've been in situations like this before, so it's just something that just wouldn't happen.
No, exactly. And there's so many leaders in that room, and as you said, the team spirit is always fantastic with us boys. So I don't think we're ever worried that the team spirit is going to go and we're going to get down. So.
Head coach Tony Han joins me. Tony, how are you feeling after that defeat to Italy?
I'm a little bit frustrated, actually. I know Italy are kind of a great team. They're a very strong team and very well coached team. But I thought at 2-1 we had a really quality chance. I think it was Robert Farmer. I think he hit the goalie, made a good save on Robert. And they came up and then they sort of scored 2 quick goals and sort of put the game out of reach with us. So for that side, I'm not disappointed with the way the guys competed. I'm not disappointed, but I think we looked maybe a little bit tired in the third, and obviously we get ourselves ready for Japan. But we're in the same position we were last year. We knew we'd have to come and beat Japan and Korea. But as I say, I thought we kept them in it for 40 minutes. But it's a 60-minute game, and I thought we maybe made a couple of errors in the third. That cost us, but it's something we'll have to work on for the last 2 games.
Do you think those errors were down to fatigue?
I'm not. Sometimes when you're tired, you make bad decisions, and I'm going to have to speak with the players, because obviously we looked at maybe it's just 3 tough games against. We've had the toughest start of the tournament with playing the 3 top teams, but when you get tired, you make mental errors, and we made a couple of ones that cost us. But I can't fault the guys' effort. I thought the guys gave everything they had for the first 40. I mean, for the full game. But I think it was 1 or 2 times I think you would like to have these shifts back.
You mentioned Robert Farmer earlier, come close to getting a second goal, scored his first international goal. What a goal it was! And also you changed him around a bit and put him with Shields and also Dowd, didn't you? What was the reasoning behind that?
Just because Robert was having a good game, and I think he was creating chances. He was working hard. I'm just sort of rewarding him for doing well. And obviously, I'm just trying to get a little bit of offense out of the lines. And but you got to give Italy a bit of credit. I mean, they've been in the APO the last 3 years, so they're certainly a quality team. But as I say, for 40 minutes we matched them, but as I say, we have to match teams for 60 minutes.
People back home will probably look at 3 defeats and get disheartened, but we were saying on the commentary, you've played the toughest 3 sides, all ranked above you in the standings.
Oh, of course, we're under no illusion in there. Obviously, we all would love to be winning medals and going up, but the reality is we're against top world-class teams who are way higher ranking than us. So we have to be at our best if we're going to compete with these teams. And as I say, we're competing for so much long, but as I say, I don't know if it's just the guys are, as I say, tonight, we just looked a little bit tired in the third. But we're not downhearted. We know, again, we're going to have to come here and beat Japan or Korea to stay up. So nothing's changed in that. We'll get focused on that for tomorrow.
And they've shown, both those sides have shown that they can be dangerous with the points they're picking up.
Well, the way that works now, everyone knows about the B pool and putting all the top B pool nations. Last year Ukraine went down, and and then they got Poland. So there's a lot of teams. And there's no guarantee you staying in this group because there's so many good teams. But as I say, I'm confident we'll stay up.